Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are finding the area of triangles using some trig formulas. Very similar to what we've been doing with the law of sines, law of cosines. We've got these beautiful formulas over here, and we're just going to plug some stuff in. So just notice that the area is calculated by two sides and an angle, and that angle is the one in between these two sides. Whichever formula you're looking at. If you're looking at angle C, the two sides are A and B, vice versa. So, jumping straight into it, here's example 1. We've got two sides and an angle in between them. Just for fun, let's label it so we can see what we're doing. A, B, C. Again, it doesn't really matter because if you label it the right way, everything will be hunky-dory. Side A is over here. Side B is over here, side C is over here. So we have to use the formula with the angle right here. Area equals 1/2, and this is the formula you're going to get on your test, A, B, sine of angle C. So I'm just going to plug this in. 1/2, A is 90, B is 52, sine of angle C, which is 102. I forgot to grab my calculator, so while you plug it in your calculator, I'll be right back. Alright, here we go. Just going to type it in just like it looks. 1 divided by 2, the calculator will do that first, times 90, times 52, times sine of 102. Quick check to make sure we're in degrees. We are 2,288.87 meters squared. 2,288.87 meters squared. If our side lengths are in meters, our area is in meters squared. Sounds good? All right. Just steps up a little bit harder when we don't have the correct information. Find the area of a triangle. I've got two angles and one side. So I need to find one more side of our triangle. We can't use our cosine theorems because those relate two sides to one angle. So we're going to have to find this missing angle right here so that I can use law of sines with b's to find another side. This angle is easily found, though, by 180 minus 52 minus 40, which, with the help of our magic calculator, because Mr. Mossman doesn't want to get it wrong, is 88 degrees. So this angle here is 88 degrees, and now I can use law of sines. Sine of 88 over 8 is equal to, it doesn't matter which one you find, I'll go with side A here, sine of 52 over A. Cross multiply. We should be pros at this right now. If you are not understanding what I am doing, you have not been doing your practice the right way, and you need to do your practice or go to tutorials. This is simple cross multiplication and solving for a side using law of sines. We get to plug all that in our calculator. 8 sine of 52 divided by sine of 88, 6.3 kilometers. Okay, so that's this side. Now that I have these two sides and this angle, I'm going to go and use my C formula because that's angle C that I have. So area equals 1/2 AB sine of C, 1/2 6.3 times 8 times sine of 40. Plug that in your calculator. 16.2 kilometers squared. Alright, feel free to stop, rewind, double check. Try those ones on your homework right now, or continue on. Alright, so that's when we know angles and sides. Using some of the stuff we've learned last time, we can find other pieces in order to use our area formula. If, for example, all we have are sides, you could use law of cosines to find an angle and then use your area formula also. But we've got this magic right here, another area formula that relates all of our sides together. However, we need to calculate this magic number right here first. S is equal to all of the sides added together divided by 2. So, this example, 14 plus 23 plus 31, all divided by 2. 14 plus 23 plus 31 divided by 2. Whoops. You definitely want to calculate that first, then divide by 2. S equals 34. Okay, but again, this is just some random magic number that is related to this random magic area formula. I would love to explore with you how this came about, but we don't have a whole lot of time for that in our notes right now. So we're just going to plug in these numbers. 34 is S times 34 minus A times 34 minus B. And again, if you get these mixed up, that's okay, because we're just multiplying all these things. Multiplication is commutative. Just don't use the same number twice. And then we're just going to plug this in our calculator. Square root 34 times 34 minus 31 times 34 minus 23 times 34 minus 14. 149.8 units squared. I don't know what the units are here, but that's how you use the Heron's angle area of oblique triangles. Okay, so that's pretty much it for area of triangles. You could, though, see a problem that is not a triangle. However, we can divide it into triangles. And then we can use law of sines, cosines to help us find area, or different pieces, which then help us find the area. This is going to take some time, and we're going to need to think through all our process, so make sure you're paying attention. Feel free to pause, rewind, whatever you need to understand this. But first thing we need to do is analyze our shape. So we've got this quadrilateral, 4 sides, A, B, C, D, where AB is 47, BC is 31, CD is 61, and B is 117, and C is 76. It wasn't in our picture, but we'll write it right here. And if they didn't give you a picture, you should be able to draw a picture with this information, okay? Now the key is, which way do we divide this into 2 triangles, right? Because we could split it in different ways. Well, in order to find the area of a triangle, we need either 2 sides split by an angle, or all 3 sides. I see that I've got 2 sides split by an angle here, so if I divide my quadrilateral into these 2 triangles like so, I can find the area of triangle 1, because I've got enough pieces here. So this would be side A, and this would be side C. So we can find the area of triangle 1. 1/2, and I'm using my formula with the B angle, so it's 1/2 A times C sine of angle B. Double check. AC sine of angle B. Good. Plugging that in, 1/2 A is 31, C is 47. Sine of 117, angle B. Plugging that in our calculator. 1/2 times 31 times 47 times sine of 117. 649.1 units squared. We'll just leave it like that for now. So that's the area of this triangle. Now we need to find the area of triangle 2, except here's the problem. I have very little information about triangle 2. I know one side here, and I know this whole angle is equal to 76. Ay caramba. I'm going to have to use a lot more of my law of sines, law of cosines to find out information. But what we can do is we can find this side B, yeah, by using one of our formulas. I'm thinking law of cosines, yep, because I've got two sides split. And then I can use something else to find this angle, which can help me find this angle, and then go from there. So we'll first start by finding the length of this diagonal side B. So again, we're trying to find out more information about triangle 2 so that I can find its area. To find this side B, I remember that cosine says B squared is equal to A squared plus C squared minus 2AC sine, cosine, not sine, cosine of angle B. I have A, I have C, and I have angle B, so we can do this. B squared is equal to 31 squared plus 47 squared minus 2 times 31 times 47 cosine of angle B, which is 117. After I take the square root of both sides, I can plug all that in my calculator. Square root 31 squared plus 47, not that I need these parentheses, but just for fun, minus 2 times 31 times 47 times cosine of 117, 67.029, or 67.3 units, feet, whatever you want to call it. So that's side B. So I know this is now 67.3. The reason I need that is because now I can use law of sines to find this angle here, which I then can subtract from 76 to find this angle, and then I will have side angle to find the area of triangle 2. Alright, so again, I'm going to use something to find this angle. I could use law of cosines, but I prefer sines, and I have a known ratio. So I know sine of 117, which is B, over side B, 67.3, is equal to sine of C, we're calling this angle C now because it's across from here, over 47. Alright, so multiply both sides by 47 times 47 gives us 47 sine of 117 over 67.3. Inverse sine to find an angle, which tells us C equals, calculator, inverse sine 47 times sine of 117 divided by 67.3, 38.5. Again, your rounding might be off here depending on how you round and how you go on from there. So that's angle C. which is just this angle right here, 38.5, which means this angle is 76 minus 38.5. $37.5. Now that I have two sides of triangle 2 and the angle in between them, I can find the area using one of these formulas. Okay? And again, it's all kind of different letters here, but what I know is that the angle is 1/2 of the two sides, so 67.3 and 61, times the sine of the angle between them, 37.5. Okay? And that's all I need to know to find the area. So, plugging that in our calculator. Oh, sorry, you couldn't see that the whole time. Son of a gun. Okay, so just one more thing. Triangle 2, 1/2 of the two sides, these two sides, multiplied, and sine of the angle between them. Sorry about that. Okay, so 1/2, 67.3, 61, sine of 37.5. The area of this triangle is 1,249.6 units squared. So that's the area of triangle 2. The area of triangle 1 was 649, so the total area of this quadrilateral, 649.1 plus 1,249.6, $1,898.7. And again, you may or may not get off a little bit on these, but you should be relatively close. Alright, please see me in tutorials if you need any help at all.